All right, YouTube, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. It is February 7th. We got ourselves a Tuesday with 6 games on the NBA slate. We're going to jump into each and every game like we always do. I'm going to give you my lean on the spread. We'll talk about the total. But as always, my final plays, if you guys want to ride with me or if you want to fade me, my final plays will be in the pinned comment. Those are updated throughout the day, so we add to it throughout the day. They're always in there prior to game time, usually a few hours before game times if you guys do want to check those out. We're coming off of a cashing profitable night. We went 2-1. We had the Kings. They cashed. We had the over in the Clippers and the Nets game. That cashed. That actually started kind of sweaty, and then all of a sudden, boom. It was a low total. I didn't know if Vegas was trying to trick us. We answered the call, we hit the over, and then the Thunder. The Thunder, man, they were hanging in that game. We had them plus 4.5, and they lost by 46 million points. So there was our only loss of the night. We also went 2-1 over on our prize picks plays on TikTok. Guys, make sure to check us out over there. But yeah, coming off a profitable day, hopefully we carry that into today. We only have 6 games. Like I said, we're not going to force anything. We've been pretty conservative as of late, and that has been very good for us. We have been in the green. But before we get into the games, I do want to talk about the new merch that we've launched. This is the suede fleece Guy Boston hoodie that we have on the store. The link is in the description, guys. This thing, probably our best product to date. It is so cozy. It's a little oversized. It's not too snug. I'm so happy with how this came out. Worked on it pretty hard with a couple different samples. So guys, if you want to go check it out, please go check it out. Link in the description. It's $45, but you truly do get what you pay for with this product. So if you want an awesome product and want to support me, make sure to check that out. But let's jump into the first game here. We are starting it off with the Magic taking on the Knicks here. The Magic 2-point favorites, total sitting at 227 right now. This Orlando team, what have I said in like 2 weeks straight of videos? They puzzle me. They're covering left and right, and then all of a sudden they don't cover. They're 7-3 against the spread in their last 10. Here at home, they're 3-1 in their last 4, and the Knicks struggling on the road, 1-3 in their last 4 on the road against the spread. One thing that I did note here, 5 of the last 6 games Orlando has played at home, this total has gone over. And the Knicks, you guys know that we've been cashing Knicks overs left and right. 6 of their last 9 games have gone over, so I don't mind the over 227 here. Would I be lying if I was like, I wish that was more of like a 222.5 type total, which seems like it's more in these two teams' ballparks? Yeah, I would rather that, but I still do lean the over first and foremost. And I'm just going to go ahead and lean the Knicks. I think they are the better team. RJ Barrett's questionable. He's been sick. No Mitchell Robinson. Mo Bamba still out here. Jalen Suggs questionable in this game. Looks like he's actually probable on a couple different injury reports, but I'm going to trust the fact that the Knicks kind of are the better team, which they are. They're coming off a good win against Philly there too. I don't love this spot. I'll tell you guys right now, the total, the over here probably has a better chance of becoming a final play because this Orlando team, I'm afraid to bet against them as of late. They have been pretty damn impressive as of late against the spread. And on the season, 31-20-3 on the season, 16-10 at home. So if someone was in the comments being like, no, the Magic are the play, I don't think I'd argue it, but I do truly think this Knicks team is a better team. They can get more physical with them. And we saw that, I think it was mid-October. The Knicks won the last time these two teams played. Moving on, we got the Pelicans here. 2-point favorites at home. Total sitting at 234 in this game. This Pelicans team, they've obviously struggled with injuries. We go right to the injury report here. Looks like Jonas Valanciunas is upgraded probable. Brandon Ingram looks like he's going to get the go. Zion is still out. And then for Atlanta, we have Trae Young. He is questionable. Likely to play, though, as he has been sick. So we've seen a lot of guys questionable with illness on the injury report as of late. And then all of a sudden at game time, they're no longer on the injury report. It's not like they announce that they're active, but they take them off the injury report. So I'm going to assume, for the sake of this segment of the video, that Jonas Valanciunas and Brandon Ingram are both playing, as well as on the other side of things, Trae Young. And then my lean is going to be the Hawks here. I know it's crazy. It's crazy. I used to hate on the Hawks on the road here. We call them the Atlanta Pigeons. They are 14-16 against the spread on the road this season, but in their last 7, they're 5 4-2. They're playing decent basketball here. They did catch that L to Denver, but we had them against Utah a couple nights back, and they cashed for us there. I don't know if I love this play either. I hate to do it to you guys 2 games in. I'm like, these spreads, I'm kind of, juggling, tossing them up in the air, but I want to be fully transparent with you guys. If I don't love something, I'm not going to act like I love it. In terms of a total here, 234, I actually do like the under in this game. I think that this Atlanta team has struggled to score the ball at times, but their defense has actually sneaky been good when it's firing. They have a couple games in their last 10 here that they've held opponents to 108 or less. This Pelicans team, I don't really trust their offense. Now they're coming off of 2 130+ point games, which is why I think this total is fairly high. But if you date back to that, and obviously that's before Brandon Ingram got back and anything like that, they weren't really scoring the rock all that well. So I'm hoping that they kind of come back down to reality and we cash an under here. Moving on, we got Phoenix traveling to Brooklyn here. Brooklyn 4.5 point dogs at home. Total 226. This Brooklyn team coming off of a game last night against the Clippers in which they lost 124 to 116. They were 8.5 point favorites by closing, so they did end up covering. They've covered 4 of their last 5, but really there's obviously a lot of drama going there. Spencer Dinwiddie is questionable in tonight's game though, which is very interesting to note. Could he make his debut? I think that he obviously, I don't know if there's guys that have been on that team, but he's been on that team before, so it's not like he's coming into an entirely new organization. But this Phoenix team playing good basketball as of late. 8-2 against the spread in their last 10 games. I am still struggling to get myself to pull the trigger on a Brooklyn team until I know how those new guys fit and how they play without Kyrie Irving. But just watching bits and pieces of that game last night, they actually didn't look like they were totally missing him. You know what I mean? Like, they kept up with the Clippers, who have been a pretty good team this year. But that being said, on a back-to-back, there might be some headaches, there might be some bruises, bumps and bruises, all that type of thing. I'm going to lean Phoenix here minus the 4.5 points. In terms of a total 226, even though this is a fairly low total, I could see this one sliding under just barely. Guys, before we do jump into the rest of the video, I want to talk to you guys about the membership program on the channel. For $2.99 a month, you get a logo next to your name, you get some emojis, and I always say that's what every single YouTube membership program includes. What they don't include is the extra work that we are doing for you guys. We are producing models on a daily basis, at least weekdays, to be guaranteed, guys. We have a spread model, a total model, then we have a player rebounds, points, and assists model. Then we also have value trend plays, looking at players and how they're trending versus a defense that struggles in that position. It all comes out every single day. We've had some data issues the last couple days, but we really strive to get the spread and total model out. That spread model has been killing it this season. Our spread model on the season is hitting around 55%, and that is just every single game of the season, guys. So hit that join button if you do want to become a baller. It is a way to support the channel, but again, we're always trying to do more and more to try and give you guys that value in return, even though it is only $3. But let's move on here. We got Chicago taking on Memphis. Memphis 7.5 point favorites. I've seen this on 8 on some sports books, so I think it's moving in that direction, but 7.5 point favorites here. Total sitting at 236 or 235 and a half. It's 233 in the graphic. That's a little outdated. 235 and a half in this game. I think that I'm gonna lean Chicago. I think that that's a lot of points. Now, this Memphis team is the better team. Don't get me wrong. I hate when I have to give that caveat of I'm not saying that Chicago wins this game. These are not money line plays. But Chicago, no major injuries to note here. Steven Adams is out. Ja Morant is probable. Same thing with Dylan Brooks. So I do obviously know that they're a better team, but this Chicago team's playing good basketball. 7-3 in their last 10 straight up, and they're 7-3 against the spread. Some decent teams that they've beaten in there as well. So I do think that 7.5 points, and like I said, the spread's going up to 8. I'm going to lean Chicago in this one, plus the points. In terms of a total, I don't totally love the total on either side here. 233. I see this one sticking right around 230. We saw that it was 235, so that makes it a little bit better. But this Memphis team and Chicago team can both, go off at any given moment and not play defense at any given moment. But then there's other times they do play defense. Two of the more puzzling defensive teams, at least if you ask me, in the NBA in the last 3 weeks or so. So I'm probably going to stick away from this total, but I lean the under. That might be a final play if we did get our teeth into it a little bit more. But I do like Chicago plus the 8 points. All right, Denver hosting Minnesota here. Denver 8 point favorites, total 2 36 right now. Last time these two teams played was just a couple nights ago. Minnesota won 128-98, but Denver had nobody really playing. In terms of injuries here, no Austin Rivers for Minnesota. Rudy Gobert is questionable. Kyle Anderson is questionable here. And then for Denver, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope probable, Aaron Gordon probable, Jamal Murray probable, and then Nikola Jokic probable. I think that Denver gets their revenge here, but is it by 8 points? I think that that is a tough ask. I'm going to lean Minnesota. I see Denver winning this game by maybe 6 points or something like that. This Minnesota team, let's not forget that they are playing good basketball as of late. So I'm going to wait this spread out because I'm not in dire need to get this play in. I think that we could see this line go up a little bit, but I'm going to lean Minnesota. 8-3 against the spread in their last 10 games. They're coming off a good win against this team, so they do have the confidence. I don't think that they blow them out again or beat them that badly again, but I do think that they can keep this game to within, 8 points. Maybe we get an 8.5, 9 point spread by game time. And then in terms of a total here, I like the under by a couple points, but by a couple points is not really the margin we're looking for, so I'll probably stick away from that. All right, moving on, we got the Oklahoma City Thunder, the team that let us down last night. The rumbling, covering Thunder let us down last night. They're going up against the Lakers, who've actually cashed for us a few times in their last few games here. They have not played this season. In their last 10, though, OKC 6-4 against the spread, 3-2 in their last 5 on the road. The Lakers 5-5 against the spread, 2-2 in their last 4 at home here. This Thunder team let us down. I understand that, but we're pulling the trigger here again. 7.5 points is way too much to give this Thunder team. Only major note for injuries here will be Lou Dort is questionable, or is out, excuse me, but LeBron James is questionable like he always is, and Anthony Davis is probable. I assume by that 7.5 point spread that both those guys are obviously playing, but I think it's a lot of points to give the Thunder here, so I am going to lean the Thunder in this one, plus the 7.5 points. Hopefully they don't let us down 2 nights in a row. This is one of the teams that we gave a nickname to because they made us so much money. The Rumblin' Covering Thunder. We have merch on the store that says the Rumblin' Covering Thunder. They're not going to let us down 2 games in a row, are they? In terms of a total 237.5, I know that it's high, and you guys rarely see me pull the trigger on overs this high, but I'm looking at the over in this game. I think it's going to be a very, very fast-paced game, and that is all I have for you guys today. Hope you guys do enjoy the video. Make sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and we'll catch you guys in the next one, all right? Peace out.